So far, all of the verbs that we have covered in this class are in what is called the call stem, or binyan. There are a number of different stems, or binyanim in Hebrew, binyanim meaning structure, and these are various forms of the verbs that can take different meanings. The 7 that occur the most are the call meaning light. It's the most basic of all of the stems. The nifal, the piel, the pual, the hithpael, the hifil, and the hofal. This little chart here gives the various rates of occurrence. And you can see by far the most occurrences of verbs in the Hebrew Bible are in the call stem, the most basic stem, over 48,000. The next highest is the hifil at about 9,300, the piel 6,400, and so forth. Some of the various stems do not occur very much. The call stem, as we have already said, is the most basic, call meaning light. The form of most verbs in your lexicon will be the call perfect third masculine singular. There are some exceptions, but that is generally what you will find. The nifal stem adds a nun prefix to that basic call form, and in addition, the various vowels may change. For all of this, there is more detail in your Walker-Jones textbook. The piel doubles the middle consonant of the root that you see in the lexicon. The pual is very similar to the piel. It doubles the middle consonant of the root. It has a somewhat different vowel pattern. The hithpael has what's called an infixed tav, a tav that appears right in front of the root, and it has a doubled middle consonant. The hifil has a prefixed he and a particular vowel pattern. The hofal sort of goes with the hifil. It also has a prefixed he and a particular vowel pattern. Now, what do these do? What difference does it make if a verb is in a different stem? Say a piel instead of a call, or a hifil instead of a call. Well, one thing that it does is it can indicate what is called voice. Now, voice includes active, passive, middle, and reflexive. So in active voice, the subject does the action, and it can either take a direct object, in which case it is transitive, he hit the ball, or it can be intransitive, without a direct object, she walked. In passive voice, the subject of the verb receives the action. So the ball was hit by the boy. So the subject of the verb is still the ball, but something is happening to the ball. Middle voice, which is not terribly common in Hebrew, is kind of like the passive, but with no agent outside the object, the subject that is effective. So the ball rolled. here it kind of looks like the ball is, an active subject, but it really is not something that is sort of done voluntarily by the subject. And finally, the reflexive. The subject does and receives the action at the same time. So they hid themselves. There are other things that can change when a verb is used in a different stem from the call. These are just some examples. You'll see more when we talk about the various stems individually. So it can become factative. So roots that are stative meaning they describe a state of being, or maybe they're intransitive, like she walked. In call may become transitive. In other words, they take a direct object. So in English, we do this by saying to be normal. Something is normal. When it becomes transitive, it becomes normalized. So you are normalizing the situation. You are normalizing the custom, making it normal. So that makes it transitive. Use of a different stem is sometimes to take a noun or an adjective and make it into a verb. So in English, we have the noun danger, and this can become endanger. It becomes a verb by the use of the prefix en. Similarly, some verbs are derived from adjectives and suggest a state of being. So in English, dear can become, by the use of the prefix en, dear. So here is an outline of 7 major verbal patterns and what their basic sense is. So we have here on the left active, passive, middle, and reflexive voice. Call, hifil, and pl are all active. Nifal, hofal, and pual are all passive. Nifal can also have a middle voice and a reflexive voice along with hithpa'el. The basic meaning of a verb is either in the call or nifal. The hifil and the related hofal have a sense of being causative, causing something to happen. The pl and pual and the hithpa'el can have a sense of being intensive. And we will see that there are some variations on this, that particular use of intensive doesn't always fit a particular root. Now, it is not always possible to tell the meaning of a verb in a stem by these categories that we have listed. Some of them just don't fit. Also, a verb may occur in different stems and have little or no difference in meaning. So the rule is that in order to really know what a particular verbal root means in a particular stem or binyan, you have to double check the meaning in the lexicon.